Pero patano. Pero people power. Power power. Pero patano. Pero oh goodness. Thank you very much, Nebbi. You see, I love how Uganda is coming together. I love how different tribes are coming together. I was in Ankole and in Uganda and I was teaching him Twero Padano. And now they are forgetting their own languages because they love Twero Padano, Twero Wa. Now I want to teach you some Bantu language also. When I say Molio, you say Tulio. When I say Molio, it is lovely. It is beautiful. This is not our wisdom. This is not our power. It is the power of the Almighty God. It is the power of It has been 40 years, my brothers and sisters. 40 years of pain. 40 years of slavery. 40 years of bad roads and bad hospitals. 40 years of gun rule. But most importantly, 40 years of division. I know majority of you are under the age of 40 years. If you are above 40 years and above, let me see your hand. Only 40 years. See how many. Now, has anybody ever seen another president apart from Museveni? Put up your hand together if you have ever seen another president apart from Museveni. So it has been 40 years of lies, 40 years of brainwash. They have told us that it is okay for us to be poor. They have told us that it is okay for us to move on bad roads. That it is okay for our children to go to school and don't get jobs. They have told us that God forgot us. But I'll tell you, Uganda is very rich, but Ugandans are very poor. All that is because the people ruling over us want us poor and they want us divided. This regime has been using a technique called divide and rule. Dividing us just like the white colonialists did. You see, when the colonialists came here, they first did, and in every tribe they picked collaborators. Those are the collaborators that they use to brainwash our people. So Museveni picked after the colonialists. He has managed to rule us for 40 years by dividing us. But I have news for you today. All of that is over. The days of division are over. The days of gun rule are over. And And the days of bad roads and bad hospitals are over. You see, my brothers and sisters, majority of us here are young people. I am older than almost 90% of you here. But I was only 4 years when Museveni came. None of you was born. None of you was born. Uganda has been independent for 63 years. Uganda but out of those 63 years, Museveni has ruled for 40 years. And yet all the development we got in the first 23 years. Majority of the roads we are enjoying here were built by Obote and Amin. The hospitals we have today were built by Obote and Amin. The schools we have today were built by Obote and Amin. But Museveni calls them all names that he finds. He has taught us to hate the past leaders. But for 40 years he has done nothing but steal from our country. Every year, Museveni and these people steal 10 trillion from our treasury. 10 trillion. More than half of our taxpayers' money, more than half of the money we collect in taxes is stolen by Museveni and his people. 10 trillion every year. This is according to the Inspector General of Government in Museveni's regime. Trillion apart kubang oru eringat maneno manlobuto chamu manyoto lipagamente. I said 10 trillion, not 10 million. I watched the trillion. Not 10 billion. 10 billion will go trillion. But trillion. Trillion. There is 1,000 million in a billion. You watch it, you come billion, I shall make 2 million. And there is 1,000 billion in 1 trillion. Billion, so they steal 10 trillion from us. Equal trillion apart. That is 10,000 billion. It's a billion apart. That is in 1 year. That means in 5 years they steal 50 trillion from you and I. Now that money is more than enough to fix all the roads in Uganda. And there will even remain a balance. So when I tell you that these things can be done, I know what I'm talking about. I know that if we had a new leadership, we can fix these roads all over Uganda in just 3 years. And I'm talking about every road. I'm talking about the roads here in West Nile. The roads in Acholi and Lango. The roads in Karamoja. The roads in Busoga and Buganda. The roads in Ankole and Chigezi. The roads all over the country. And we shall have a balance. But this money is just stolen. I travel all over the world. You will go to Europe and they tell you this whole street belongs to Museveni. Just like Mobutu Sese Seko used to do to the Congolese. Congo is the richest country on earth, but the Congolese are the poorest. It is the same case here in Uganda. Museveni uses 2 billion shillings every day in his house. 2 billion. This is public knowledge. Meanwhile, our women are dying in hospitals giving birth. In Uganda, every day 20 women die giving birth. 20. Uganda manyanong nemo jumamegu pirario kitoka kibegonyiri oriat kubare. They died yesterday. Mana already kitop pirario. They are going to die today. They have already died or they will be dead by midnight. Kinde daro pirario bechitonyo do
and they will die tomorrow and the next day and the next day. It has been like that for 40 years. And it will continue to be like that until we change it. Children, our children, primary school children have spent more than a month without going to school because their teachers are not paid well. That is how we have been for the longest time. Now, Museveni tried to make sure that I don't run for president. He tried as so much as possible to denominate me. In the same way, he has made sure the people he fears don't come on the ballot paper. I was talking to my brother Jimmy Akena and they stopped him from being on the ballot paper. Because Museveni thinks that the UPC and the people of Lango will vote for him since there is no Akena on the ballot paper. The same thing happened to my sister Bet-Chan Massey here in Nebbi. Because these people are cowards. They know that people are tired of them. And therefore they do everything to deny people their choice. I can go on and on with the challenges that we have here, my brothers and sisters. But today, it is a different story. Remember, I came to you in 2021. I knew that Museveni was a dictator. I knew that Museveni had stolen elections since 2011. And I knew that he was ready to use the COVID and the military to hound us wherever we go, like you know he did. But I came to you with a message. A message of a new Uganda. The main reason why we came to you was to open the eyes of the people. Especially the young people. To show you that politics is every day. For a long time they disassociated us from politics. They try to paint a picture that politics is for a certain class. And therefore many of us were comfortable wherever we are. They prefer you young people drinking in the morning. That is why they abolished political education in the schools. They don't want you to know the secret behind it. They don't want you to know the matters of your country. But it is because of politics that your children don't go to school. It is because of politics that your road is bad. It is because of politics that a border which comes from India at 2 million is sold to you at 8 million or 10 million. It's because of politics. Therefore we came to open your eyes and tell you that politics is a matter of life and death, and you must get involved because they are doing politics on your behalf. I am very happy that all your eyes are open. And to prove that, look at how many people are here. We did not give you transport. We did not give you free t-shirt. We did not give you money. The police and military was everywhere with the trucks trying to intimidate you and discourage you from coming to listen to this message. Police come here because you know this is your country. Because you know that the decision you're going to make in this election is going to affect you for 5 years. And because you know that everything that is decided affects you, you pay for it. Politics is making decision for your pocket, your pocket. Thank you for opening your eyes. Thank you very much for opening it. Please clap for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Now everybody knows, even this young boy here knows why we go to the elections. Now you know that the power is in your hand. Now you know the power in your vote. Now you know that these politicians who drive expensive cars drive them on your behalf, and you decide who goes to parliament and who says what. So even if they stole the 2021 election, at least we achieved the opening of the eyes of the people of Uganda. Now we have come back again. Many people are asking, we supported you in 2021. We voted for you. You won the election, but the story, should we go back to the polls again? Well, this is my answer to you. This is my answer. First and foremost, to give up means, if we don't take part, that means giving up. And we cannot give up. But most importantly, we came into this campaign to send one important message that I want to give you today. That is a message of unity. Somebody say unity. Somebody say unity. We came in this election first and foremost to push the message of unity. Before I even tell you what we want to do in the new Uganda, for us to go to that new Uganda, we must go there together. It does not matter what your tribe is. It does not matter what your religion is. We have to come together, my brothers and sisters. We pay as slaves the more we play as slaves in the hands of. But once we come together, it is game over for him. Look at the age that we have here. I have been in every region of Uganda, and the people there are your age. They think like you. They feel like you. They have the same experiences like you. The same problems like you. Every region of Uganda. But to change this, we must come together, because we have the same problems, and to overcome them we need the same solutions. I want to ask the people of Uganda to come together and have one voice, to speak with one voice, from the north to the south, from the east to the west and the central. I'll tell you that in 1962, our grandfathers and grandmothers had to come together in order to get independence. When you look at the team that got Uganda independence, they were coming from all regions. From the north and the south, from the east and the west. But they had one mission, and that mission was a nation that would make life better for all of us. They were making plans for their grandchildren. And those grandchildren were called Ugandans. Those grandchildren are you and me. We were not born by independence. No one here was born. But those people were planning for us. They were our age. Some of them were younger than me, but they had mature brains. Therefore, all of you here, you are not too young to plan for the future. You are not too young to take a decision that your children will not suffer like you have suffered. That is why I am asking all of you not to look at yourself in the lenses of your tribe, but to look at yourself in the lenses of your nationality as a Ugandan. Me, I come from Uganda, but I live my Ugandanness in my house. When I walk out, I become a Ugandan. And I want to ask you, whether you are Lur or Lukbara or Acholi or whatever, leave that in your house. When you step out, let us all be Ugandan. We need to hold our hands together and solve this problem together, because it affects us. That is what Museveni has used to rule over us. That is why we bring a message of a new Uganda. Now this is what the new Uganda is going to look like. In a new Uganda, first and foremost, you're going to see the end of dictatorship. Museveni is going to be the last dictator in Uganda. For the first time, Ugandans are going to vote one of them and put him there. And that leader will not be a boss, he will be a servant. The people will be the bosses. You will never see a leader ruling us for 40 years, never. You will never see a president reducing Uganda to a personal kingdom, never. This business of having a president and then his son leading the army and then his wife leading the Ministry of Education, that ends with Museveni. Rebemania ya president utie aya wode na uteja wikeya tako pale nene vile biponjiri chi wode kuno cha wode tema beta biti ku Museveni. You will all agree with me that almost all DPCs in Uganda and police forces come from one region, they speak the same language, and they look like each other. That is going to end with Museveni. In a new Uganda, all of us will be equal. In a new Uganda, no tribe will be special. In a new Uganda, for somebody to get a job, it will depend on their qualification and their willingness to work. In a new Uganda, you will never see somebody arresting some Ugandan, putting them in basement and saying they're teaching them Runyankole. It will never happen. In a new Uganda, our money, the taxpayers' money, is going to be fixing the country, the roads, the infrastructure, and the hospitals and schools. In Uganda, mamwasente mwanzo kumusoro mwasho kosheke jubiti ukule Uganda pikierungudu mani yubugudi ya kuleme sheke mapigi tekpiwa. In brief, in a new Uganda, there's an idea that we call common good.
Kuma kashok doga doge masheki Uganda manyero bibedo ko paro manyen.
Now what is common good? Common good is a situation where the country is well governed and well planned, in that even if you are poor, your poverty ends in your house. When you step out, you are as rich as any Ugandan because you move on the same good roads, in the same good hospitals, and the same good schools.
Sungu iwilende ashema pile tek elobe nyutoni ya Uganda manyen kado ibiwokoli operi mijashani ishamperi bitiki operi kumuwoki ngudu marom ushidi school marom ushidi uriyad marom umadu pide marom ngati moloyo wadipe.
But unfortunately here in Uganda today under Museveni,
even
if you're very rich, your richness ends in your house. As soon as you get out, even if you have the most expensive Benz, you're going to drive it on bad roads and it will break down. Even if you're very rich and you get an accident, you'll be taken to bad hospitals and you will die. So a Uganda under Museveni is not safe for the poor and for the rich.
Uganda Museveni
Now somebody is going to ask me, where are you going to get money to fix that Uganda? I've already told you how much money they steal from us. 10 trillion every year, 50 trillion every 5 years. That money is enough to fix all our roads in 3 years and we shall have balance. We are endowed with natural resources. Uganda has the biggest gold deposit in the world. It is estimated to be $12 trillion US. That money is enough to turn every town of Uganda into a city and to turn Uganda to the level of Dubai. But you know what is happening today? All the gold has been earmarked as Museveni and family gold. Museveni and his family, they own all the gold mines in Uganda. Every year they sell gold worth $2 billion US. 40% of that gold come from Uganda, from a district called Kasanda, but in that district there's no single tarmac road. The people in Busia have been chased off their land because it has gold under it. You've heard Museveni referring to the oil of Uganda as my oil. Everything he says mine, mine. He recently said the Indian Ocean is his. So now you know the kind of problem that Uganda has. In a new Uganda, the president will never say my oil. It will be our oil, the oil of Uganda. I'm also aware that people here are grappling with historical injustices. Because in 2010, Museveni gathered the former servicemen here and he promised that people live in full dignity. The police will be guarding people and their property and not torturing them. In a new Uganda where you will not have RDCs and RCCs, you will not be governed by people who you have not voted. Uganda every leader to govern you, you will vote for them. And I'm telling you that in a new Uganda, you will never see MPs imposed on you by force.
Uganda
The reason why Museveni is making sure that he uses the Electoral Commission to denominate my sister Bechan and many other people is because he knows people will not vote for his stooges.
Lebe muketo jadi Museveni umakoshinge kudul manero lepa yer ni agiwon ni mas kum enga yunia ya dalami ne bubesibo logo queer minyiti kuoki pare nogi.
I hope Mercy has already explained to you that we have taken that matter to court.
Apana ni Mercy do muju tinale bechalwane wa medo wako de court.
But I'll tell you that whether court or parliament or anything, the biggest problem of Uganda is Museveni, and we have to remove Museveni and everything will fall in line.
Amita wash unia ya kunu court ya kunu parliament ya lebene madras mujoto lebene zote Museveni pare kama mbaya omake woki.
That is why, ladies and gentlemen,
uketu utumegu kujimegu.
That's why I have presented myself once again.
Uketu chike da bila shunga tira wegu.
My name is Chagulanyi Sentamo Robert.
Yingate Chagulanyi Sentamo Robert.
You can call me Jalal if you want.
Ishepulunga Jalal.
I am standing and I'm here to ask for your vote and your permission to be the next president of Uganda. And I'm telling you, when you vote for me, when you make me your president, Uganda will never be the same again. It is time for you to have a president who comes from your generation. A president who will understand you. A president who will never look at you differently because you don't belong to the same tribe. A president who is not going to be a king but a servant. I'm saying this, my brothers and sisters, because I understand you. Because I have suffered like you. I've experienced the same experiences like you. I've gone there and I've seen what it takes to make a country great. I have seen countries develop, countries that are not even half as rich as our country. But every day that Museveni rules over us, we go back behind 5 days. When you drive around villages of Uganda, it's as if they are in 1920. Because the man that is ruling over us is already old, outdated, and his brain does not work anymore.
Recently,
the man said we are in 1925. He is surrounded by thieves that are using him to plunder our country. We are not benefiting from the wealth of our country. Look at our neighbors who are supposed to be in business with Congo, in business with Kenya, in business with Tanzania and all countries around us. But instead we are at war with these countries because Museveni knows only one thing: violence and war.
Kenen utumego mamagite Kongo magite Sudan Kenya Tanzania kama kwa beku gimerika woni wabeza ko gadawa bien Museveni ngo pareti molembe gukero mana tumgende.
When you make me president, we are not going to be at war with these countries. We are going to be in business. I say we shall not be at war with Congo. We shall be in business. I went to Panyumul and I saw the business that can thrive there if the leadership wants it to be. But for as long as he gets money from the white people, he does not care. Our military has been reduced to mercenaries. They are shipped to Equatorial Guinea to kill protesters. They are taken to Tanzania to kill protesters. They are taken to Kenya to kill protesters. Why are our military
a mercenary? Why are they not here fixing the country?
Kayama mwami Uganda wiya mwama orogishidu ekawani jutiuku gimine gujumagibe kedi wile manda Kenya, Guinea, Tanzania, Ingomangegi pina ngoju kelo gingo Uganda wengino Uganda migi.
I can go on and on and on and on. But I want you to know that you are the solution. I have offered myself to lead you together with the National Unity Platform. But we cannot do anything without your support. But again, we cannot do anything without unity. Now that you understand our problem, and you also understand the power that we can get if we unite across regions and across tribes, let us try that unity, my brothers. Let us give it a shot. We've been divided for so long and it has not benefited us. It has only isolated us from the benefits that we are supposed to get. Let us come together and think with one mind, and speak with one voice, and act with one action. I swear we are going to change this country. This is the generation that is supposed to do it. This generation here, you and me, we have to do it on behalf of our grandparents, on behalf of our parents, and on behalf of our children. If we don't do it, we are condemning our children to do the same. So on the 15th of January, when you're going to vote, I want you to think about 5-10 years to come. I want you to think about the road that goes to your village. I want you to think about the hospital or health center where your mother or your father or your auntie goes when they are sick. If you're 20 years, in 10 years you're going to be 30. If you're 30, in 10 years you're going to be 40. Some of us in 10 years are going to be in our mid-50s. This election, this vote means so much to this generation. So when you're going to vote, think about all those things. Don't think about me when you're going to vote. Think about Uganda. The reason why we hold this flag, this flag does not have Bobi Wine's picture. It does not have NUP's picture. This is the flag of Uganda. This is our inheritance. This is the promise that our grandfathers gave to us. This has to be the fulfillment. This is the contract that we have for Uganda. This is what makes us brothers and sisters. This is what makes you bigger than your tribe, or bigger than your religion. This is for you and me. So everything we do it for Uganda. And that election that you're going for, go for it in the name of Uganda. Because it is possible, my friends. It is possible for us to be equal Ugandans. It is possible because our children sit the same exam, but unfortunately they don't have the same standards of education. This country is ours. Museveni is almost 85 years old. Whether we want or we don't want, Museveni will go. We can even wake up tomorrow and they tell us the man has... So let us start thinking about a new Uganda today. Let our generation be the generation to overcome tribalism. Let our generation be the generation that brings back the dreams and aspirations and hopes of independence. So on the 15th of January, we are going to the polls. I ask you,
When you go to vote, you're going to see this umbrella. This umbrella represents change. It represents new change. It represents a new generation. When you vote for this umbrella, you will be voting for a servant, not a boss. When you vote for this umbrella, you will be giving employment to our young people. You will be guaranteeing the good salaries for our teachers and medical workers. When you vote for this umbrella, you will be removing political prisoners from prison, including Dr. Besige, Eddie Mutwe, Alex Waiswamufumbiro, and all political prisoners. This umbrella means clean water for every household in Uganda. This umbrella means electricity for every household in Uganda. This umbrella means change. This umbrella means a new Uganda. So when you go to vote, my brothers and sisters, it is that umbrella. When you vote that umbrella, you will be voting for new leaders. Leaders that don't seek revenge but seek to build bridges and connect people. You'll be voting for unity. You have the power in your hands. I can only speak to you, but you are the ones who make a decision. My final appeal to you, brothers and sisters, I cannot tell you everything today, but at least we have the blessing of the internet. Even if there's so much poverty among us, I know there's so many people here on social media and on TikTok. Let me see your hand if you're on TikTok. So all of you, I am asking you to become the Bobi Wine of Nebbi. Become the Bobi Wine of your home, the Bobi Wine of your street, of your border stage, of your ghetto. Be the female Bobi Wine. Young boy, you can be the young Bobi Wine. Young man, you can be the young Bobi Wine. In this mission, it is not only the election but the message that we send across. This mission is not only for elections. We need to change the minds of the people. I want them to understand what we are fighting for. We are not fighting just to put Bobi Wine, to make Bobi Wine president. I have been president for so long. Do you know I was the ghetto president? So this is not about me and being president. It is about all of us taking back power and stopping to be slaves to one person. I don't know what they're planning for me. In 2018, I was supposed to die in Arua, but God saved me. Every day, Museveni's son, whenever he drinks his alcohol, he thinks of killing me. So I don't know how long I'm going to be here with you, but I want to plant that seed in you, and I want that seed to grow and germinate, so that there are many Bobi Wines all over the country and they cannot stop us. We can finish this, we can deliver our country. Let us make sure our children never come to rallies and talk about these same things that I'm talking about. In the future, political campaigns should be whether to build how many new airports or how many fields. We are still quarreling about roads in 2025. In 2025, if you want to fly to Congo, you have to drive all the way to Entebbe in 2025. Even poor countries have multiple airports, but look at us. We are ashamed to ourselves. How many universities are in this region? How many first grades came from the secondary school near you? How many stadiums are in this region? Even the H.E Bobi stadium, they promise you, see what they've done. And yet we are very talented. My brothers and sisters, we can use this opportunity to end that. I am asking all of you to be agents of this. This is not just an election, it is a revolution. Please take these matters in your hands. Go and preach to everybody that you meet. Make sure they vote right. Make sure they get a leader who will be answerable to them, a leader who will fear to annoy you, a leader who will fear to disappoint you. And when we get that, then no other leader, no other president will bring his nonsense to us, because we the people of Uganda will be the bosses. Take what Boloma any mama ke kada maperi president moko makende me mabikelo le mimi. I could have gone on and on and on, my brothers and sisters, but I know time is fast running out. My final message to you: please unite. Please unite. When you're walking out of your home, leave your tribe in the sitting room and walk out as a Ugandan. Leave your religion in your room and walk out as a Ugandan. When you meet your brother out on the road, it does not matter what tribe they come from, it does not matter what religion they come from, for as long as they believe in the black, yellow, red